Receivers. Got this one in today on trade. I was selling the Yardmax and they traded this one in. Handlebars are whacked, as you can see there. I've got some MTD handlebars I could probably use on it. That I have I had a yard machine, or a Troy Bilt or a yard machine where self-propelled didn't work. And so I took the engine off, took it on something else, kept the deck, and I've been using it for parts. So I could probably use those handlebars here and see where we go from here. The guy said he just gave away the bag to this. He wished he had kept it so that I could have it. But he says it runs fine. He said it runs though, and that the front wheel drive might be locked in permanently engaged kind of mode. We'll see about that. So let me go take off this, work on this, the back here. Changed out the handlebars. I'm gonna have to find some bolt that can stick down here on both of them. These handlebars came from a Troy Bilt mower that was used a different kind of self-propelled control mechanism instead of this. I think I kept the cable, so I can just take the cable and stick it on here. But let me show you something. The guy did say he had changed the blade. Just to show you here. See? Yeah. Look at that. The blade's on upside down. That's not the first time I pulled the cord on this, and it ran for a little bit. The things I noticed is this muffler guard I'm gonna have to take off or fasten it down. But this thing ran after I put the blade on right. I'm gonna have to balance the blade, but after changing the handlebars to these the ones that I had from another mower, I'll have to do a different kind of control for the self-propelled, the one that will fit these, because the other handlebars are just, well, what's the word? Dunsky. So here, let me show you. So it runs. Give you that. I don't know if the self-propelled works. He said it did, but it was locked in. And let me see about the air filter. It does have an air filter, although it needs to be changed. And how much? It's got about a quarter tank of gas. And let's take a look at the oil level. These are, see if I can get a rag. Oil level here. These are one of these just check and add engines. Well, you need to change. Don't just check and add. And it's almost out of oil. Barely on the add line. So it'll get an oil change too. Got the handlebars in there. Actually there's a square bolt that's in there that when I tipped it over, it fell out. And the other one had one, and that's what these screw into. So I was able to put them back in. In order to get to that bolt, you have to take off each of the wheels. And since I had them off, I went ahead and cleaned them, the axle, and lubricated them so they now spin freely. So, and I had this washport adapter off another deck, and I've got. So now I'm gonna I gotta take off the cover to put a different type of cable on it so that I can use the front wheel drive with this style of engagement. To get off this cover, you can see my short I'll put here, but essentially you've got all these 3/8 bolts that go into plastic that the cover will just pop off. Just see my short. Cable out. On the the deck that I had, which was a Troy Bilt deck, just made by the same, they make the same thing. I've got these cables, this cable here, where this, well, actually this is the one for the self-propelled, and this is the one for the kill switch. Yeah, it just goes up here, and these, I'm just gonna stick this in. It's probably the interchangeable. So I'm gonna stick it in, see if I can get the self-propelled to work, and go from there. To put this in, we gotta get this, get down in there. Get this, we gotta get this into here, so you gotta get this in here, like so. And then we can, actually it's this, is it this way? Yeah, this way, and then we can, get that in there like that, and we'll go from here. Just hook up all the cables up in the handlebars. This wheel, when I pulled it out, this bushing pulled out because it was stuck. It was stuck to the axle over there, and the reason why that is because this was the dust cover. It's all full of cracks and such. So this is trash. About a year ago, I had a Troy Bilt, pretty much the same thing as this, and I kept the deck. I've been using it for parts. I've already put the engine on something else, and now I've got another part to use. So there you go. I gotta put this bushing back in. But if you, let's say you lose this bushing or break it, I've got a video here I'll put up in the info bar how you can make this out of some copper piping. Well, now that we got it all back up, look at this. This plastic's all shot. So I'm gonna have to replace that cover. I've got this one from a Troy Bilt. It's the same thing, just that it burned a little bit there from something. So what? So we'll slap that on. That's more important. And I'm gonna paint this black before I do that. This is that other cover I painted. I'm gonna put it back on, put it on to replace this one, because these are messed up. They won't, what is it, this? Yeah, it won't hold it at the right height, so this is trash. Again, this came from the same mower that I scrapped and kept the deck. Well, I put the engine on another deck and kept the deck for, I guess, these occasions. I've already used the rear end on something. Now I'm using the front end. So you get all together, back together. Let me go through what I did. I got this as a trade-in. The handlebars were whacked. This is another set of handlebars from a different mower that I adapted to fit this because it used a different different mechanism to engage the self-propelled. The self-propelled, it worked. I had to free up the wheels, and I had to put in replace one of these dust covers because it was all full of grass, and that grass in there caused the self-propelled to want to be engaged all the time, and it wouldn't stay at the right height because of the plastic cover here over yonder, over there, they had worn out. And I had this from another Troy Bilt deck, essentially the same thing, that it was still good, except down there something burned that area. You see there, but whatever, that's okay. Now it rolls forward and backwards now without a problem, where before it wouldn't. And the self-propelled works. So what's left for me to do is, I already sharpened the blade. It was on upside down. It's I've lubed the wheels, all 4 of them, and cleaned them. And I need to change the oil, put a new air filter. You probably need to wash this again. I changed this front self-propelled belt cover to a different one that wasn't broken, from a spare deck. And then let's go see how well this self-propelled works now. I do need to clean this again with some Simply Green or something like that. Changing that oil. It was really empty. It's 10 W30s going back in, because that's what I got. So always dispose of your old oil properly. So I collect this and then take it to the city recycling center. So, ooh, oh. This is 16 ounces, and then I'll check it. May take more. Now, this thing is missing, or it needs a new air filter. This one's packed, so I have one of these left. So you probably need to order more. There we go. Well, I might touch up paint this a little bit, down there around the bottom of the deck and a few other places. But this one's pretty much done now. So I'll give you a final look here in a minute. I got it in as a trade. I replaced the handlebars with another set of handlebars. That's for a self-propelled Troy Bilt that I had from a donor deck that I had been parting out. I had to change the cable for it so it would work, because the other one was a different type of mechanism. The wheels I needed to unfreeze because they were clogged with grass, because the dust shields were broken on one of them. I added a new air filter. I changed the oil. I touched up, painted the deck. I washed the deck. I see what else. I changed the oil. I changed the self-propelled belt cover to one from the donor deck, because the one here, it didn't work right because of these plastic parts here were broken. See what else. There's probably something else I forgot to say. And I fixed where the handlebars meet the deck, because they were missing the rectangular screw that these have. So I think that's it. It was a lot of little stuff. Fortunately, I had a donor deck that I had been parting out. That deck is probably, all it is a shell of the middle part, and this is what's left of it. Oh, and I added the wash port that was missing, that was from that deck. So it pays to keep your decks for common stuff. So here's going to start this one.